السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. وصلى اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
So we're continuing on with the element of belief. Page 2. A reminder. It is not necessary to refer to the proofs of the existence and unity of the Maker in order to prove the truth of that holy being, Prophet Muhammad, upon him be peace and blessings. It is not necessary to refer to the proofs of the existence and unity of the Maker in order to prove the truth of that holy being, Prophet Muhammad, upon whom be peace and blessings.
I think we covered this.
Sure.
Yeah.
An establishment of a prophet is a proof for the Maker. So we should analyze this proof from certain essential viewpoints. Our prophet is a proof for the Maker, so we should analyze this proof from certain essential viewpoints. In the name of God, the All-Merciful, the All-Compassionate. O God, bestow blessings and peace upon Muhammad, who bears witness to the absolute necessity of your existence. Bestow blessings and peace upon Muhammad, who bears witness to the absolute necessity of your existence. O lover of truth, if you would like to look through the window of conscience or human conscious nature, first, do not assume the attitude of intentional opposition, which causes the faculty of the heart to be polluted and rust. If you would like to look through the window of conscience or human conscious nature, first do not assume the attitude of intentional opposition, which causes the faculty of the heart to be polluted and rust. Also, do not lend an ear to your whims and fancies, nor expect something that should be given by a community to come from every member of that community. Nor expect something that should be given by a community to come from every member of that community. Expecting something from every member of a community causes the denial or rejection of the result. Expecting something from every member of a community causes the denial or rejection of the result. This is a point that requires close attention.
I think the author is going to list here, if you want to join an argument or listen to somebody, maybe he is going to present an idea against what you have already held as truth. we have to be very careful not to have certain attitude, and the author is listing all this. First, don't assume the attitude of intentional opposition. What does it mean? This person here is going to make his point or argument against what I hold as truth. So be open. Don't assume the attitude of intentional opposition. Listen to the person. This is not only valid. These rules are not only valid for those people who oppose religion and listen to the people who support religion. They shouldn't assume the attitude of intentional opposition. The vice versa is also correct. If someone rejects religion or your belief, whatever you think it is true, if someone argues against it, don't assume the attitude of intentional opposition. Whatever he is going to tell me is going to be against my idea, my understanding. So let me listen to him in order to find out any faults in it or reject it in any way that I can really oppose to it. We shouldn't take this attitude. We have to be comfortable. So the first condition, the author says, we are going to make a point here, as we understood that messengership is a witness to the existence of the Creator. Now, usually we take it on the other way around. Existence of the Creator is a witness to the messengership. But he says, okay, that is also we discussed on it. That is also valid. But in this particular section, messengership is a witness to the existence of the Creator or the absolute being. So it needs, for example, if someone says, Muslims believe in Muhammad, Christians believe in Jesus, or Jews believe in Moses as the prophet, so they will say that what Muhammad says, for example, Muhammad claims that there is a Creator, or Jesus, Moses, the prophets claim that there is a Creator, yeah, and we all are subject to accountability towards the Creator. We have to accept it. So they will say that because Muhammad says so, because Moses said so, because certain scripture said so, we believe that there must be a Creator. That is what they really, generally, those people who don't take religion or belief seriously, their expectation is this. So I don't believe that these scriptures are really authentic or correct. And I don't believe that there is such an institution which is called messengership. So whatever this person is going to argue now, or whatever the reason this person is going to base his argument, will be false anyway, because why should I believe that, or why should I accept that certain people or certain books are really true? I need evidence that's correct, but don't take an intentional attitude of rejection or opposition. Let the man speak and put his point. Exactly, it is valid also if a person says, okay, I will bring my evidence against your argument. The one who believes in the prophethood or messengership or the scriptures also listen to him. We have to be comfortable. That's a very important principle of argument. Listen to each other, be open. The second point, don't lend an ear to your whims and fancies. This is more subtle. The other one is easy to understand it. Oh, no, be open-minded, it's okay. But how are we going to stop listening to our whims? Where are they? Fancies, our own fancies. Where are they? What are they? It is not very easy to really understand or catch it. Where am I really thinking on an rationally acceptable base, or putting my whims, putting my fancies as a barrier to it? Isn't that very difficult now to catch oneself? How are we going to do that? We have to watch out. For example, if I develop an idea, does it come from my rational reasoning, or does it come from my fancies? Because I want to be like this. I prefer to be like this rather than what the truth is. So when someone says, oh, it is difficult to explain, I have been thinking about it, how can we really make sure that we are not listening to our whims, our fantasies and fancies? How am I going to make it? For example, somebody says, look, I don't want any, generally people think that depending on the status of the person, those people who claim to be philosophers or serious thinkers, they say, first, no, we are in this world. We don't witness anything else out of this world. So any idea which will refer to a point or to somewhere not within the universe, from the very beginning, I reject it. I will reject it. I won't accept it. That is the not normal, ordinary, common people's attitude. It's not the philosopher's attitude, especially the scientists. They call themselves scientists. Look, we have this matter or these objects in front of us, and we have to study how they are working. And while we are studying how they are working, we should never give any reference to something else outside of the objects that we are studying. That's their preconditioned mind. That is also among the scientists. Ordinary people say, look, I want to enjoy my life. And Here is the world. Here are the opportunities given to me. I should benefit. I should make most of them, enjoy my life, and don't really think about the purpose and the end of my life, etc. Just forget about them. This is a very general attitude. The first two attitudes were specific to certain category of professionals. They are almost professional. Ordinary people don't think like that. Of course, it also includes, among the ordinary people, what also includes, that's my understanding, personal understanding. Look, this word seems to be mysterious, complicated, sophisticated, not a simple one. Okay, if as the people say that there is a creator, it must be created, okay. I have no objection to it. Maybe it's agnostic attitude. Maybe it may be true, all right. But still, it doesn't affect my life. It doesn't affect my understanding. Why? Because I have to entertain my life here. I have my own expectations, and I have to try to satisfy my expectations, my life. The belief in God may be true, may not be true. It doesn't matter really. These people, or this attitude is very general to me. What happens as a result of this attitude? These people say, okay, I have no objection to belief in God or accepting that there may be a creator, no objection to it. But when it comes to how am I going to use myself? How am I going to utilize my human qualities? Am I really here just to entertain myself with no purpose until I die? They don't question that. This attitude is supported by any institution, ideology, civilization, which try to draw the attention of human beings only to this world. So the transactions of this world, it means what you get, what you give. Transactions of this world, it is supported very much. So get your profession, work, get your payroll rolling, and get the opportunities, which is called money nowadays. Money, and use the money as you enjoy your life. Why bother about anything else? They don't although they don't ask people, do you hear any program or any film, any video game, anything, or in the education institutions, encourage people to think, what is the purpose of having all these human qualities so much complicated, and why? But they don't say they are not created by God. They don't touch upon this because they cannot prove it. And they don't also mention that they are created by God for a purpose. A conscious being created them. Again, you start questioning it. But what they do, they just ignore it. They just ignore this aspect of human reality. Please, anywhere you like. Yeah.
ignored this aspect of human reality.
Yeah. What they say, for example, do you hear in the education system that encourages people think about your own human reality and reflect on it? Why are they there? Whether not necessarily that we are created by God on purpose, whether they are created on purpose, whether accidentally they happened, whatever, all the complicated senses of human beings, the qualities of human beings, why are they there? Which kind of accident or natural development that made me or endowed on me so complicated, so perfect, many human qualities. Why are they there? They don't have to accept God. But think about it, the purpose of their existence. And I am a conscious being. I don't know what to do. I know what to do with them. On which purpose I should use them? Are they really in me? Whatever the source is, you don't have to believe in God. In order to just entertain my daily life by eating and neglecting my human qualities. It means don't think. But the human qualities ask what? Why are you here? What is going to happen tomorrow? What has been happening to you so far and why? Human quality asks the question, how come that I had all these qualities? And the second question, what am I going to do with them? Because I am a conscious being. I am aware of their existence. For example, I don't know. I'm not a cat. I don't know how the cats really experience or feel. They have certain qualities. What makes a cat? They have this life. They eat. They catch mouse, or they are really careful. They hear noises that we don't, etc. I don't think, or I feel no sign that they are aware of their qualities. It means cat qualities. What makes a cat a cat? But I am aware of my human qualities, and also I am aware of the qualities of the cat. So why am I first? How I have these abilities developed? Can I attribute it to the matter? And what am I going to do with them? Why am I aware of it? Even it happened to be accidental. Why the accident gave result into this consciousness? Why did the accident give result to this consciousness? People don't want to, usually, for many reasons, we lose these points. We miss these points. We think that human attitude is black and white, clear. What? Either you believe in the Creator or you don't believe in the Creator, and accordingly you lead your life. No, it is not that simple. Even if you believe in the Creator, still you have to think about your human qualities. Why are they there? What are they going to do with them? Even if you don't believe in the Creator, still your human consciousness urges you to question the reason of their existence and what are you going to do with them, because you are aware of it first and you have free will to choose it, to use it in this way or another way. This is a complicated subject, actually. It's not very easy, because it ended up alongside the human history. It ended up, especially now we are in the world of pleasure. Enjoy your life. Don't think about the deep matters. Don't put yourself into trouble. Use the opportunities as much as you can and make most of your life or enjoyment on daily basis. At the end, what will happen? I don't know where I came from and how happened that I am here. Why should I bother? What will happen to me after I die? Forget about all this. Concentrate on daily enjoyment. This idea is very prevalent, even among the believers because they even if they believe in God or in a certain religion, their understanding of religion mostly are not related to how to utilize their human beings. But their understanding of religion is what? Something, a package next to them, not within them, next to them. This package says you have to believe in God, and His commandments are this, and you have to obey them or avoid what it says. That is a package next to you, not with you, within you. So being a religious man doesn't really solve the problem or really cause you be on the safe side or right side. What are we going to do? Rather than referring to religion, we have to start the argument we have to start the process from questioning our consciousness. Why am I aware of my own being? Why am I aware of my own qualities? Why am I given the option to choose between how to utilize my qualities in this way or in another way? I have the free will, but I can think. And what am I going to do with them? And so this attitude does not require a person to be religious or believer or not. As a human being, free human being, if someone doesn't want to use his human abilities, what do? They take two options. One is a package, which is called religion here in the custom, which they cannot deny. So follow the package and enjoy your life in this world as you like. Follow the package. For example, in Judaism, you have to do certain things. You have to avoid, you should eat kosher or something. In Muslim tradition, you have to eat halal, and you have to pray and never miss the Friday prayers, etc. That's it. That's religion. It's not religion. In fact, that's what we are going to learn. The prophets teach us how to use our human qualities. And then they may include this package as well. But the package is extra. Extension of your understanding of your own existence. That is the religious side of the argument. How about the people who don't want to take religion into account? They have no serious question. General public we said the first two, philosophers and scientists, are a categorical people. Make only, I don't know, 1 or 2% of the whole population. I don't think 2% either. So, whole population. But they have their own certain attitudes, and leave them there. We are talking about the general public now, majority of the human population. So what they do on the religious side, they make the religion into certain rituals and finish, done with it. Don't come to their own selves and what am I going to do with my senses? Why are they there? They don't come there. And the teachings of the prophets are mostly based on human. How are you going to use your human qualities? How are you going to use human? What is the purpose in the existence of your human qualities? I don't think, I don't blame anybody here, but although you are always in this discussion and we emphasize on this, even we look at, forget about other religious people, we don't think this point. Why are the prophets employed? Well, if we believe that we believe in prophets, if you think that the prophet, believe in prophethood is necessary, I believe, yeah. Why are you expecting? What are you expecting from the prophets to teach you? Ask yourself. No, don't ask this question to your parents. You will never get there on the same line. So ask yourself, what am I expecting from the prophet to teach me? Let's assume that I am convinced that there is a creator. Let's assume that I am convinced the creator employs the prophet. Let's assume that the creator sends his guidance in the form of a scripture or any form of speech, verbal speech. All right, what are you expecting from this scripture? What you're expecting from the prophet? Ask yourself. It's a very severe question. Of course, no one really encourages or motivates people in general, especially in the material civilization, to concentrate on how are you going to use your human qualities for what purpose. Now, we know that non-believers also don't question, what am I going to do with my human qualities? What they say, here I am, I found it. However, it happens, whether some people say they are created by God. All right, maybe, true. Some people say, no, it is the result of a natural development. Maybe, I don't care. I have these qualities, I have to satisfy them, enjoy my life. Right? No one really thinks that what am I supposed to do in this world? So the prophets, even somebody believes in the prophethood. I will repeat the question, this is very essential. What are you expecting from a prophet to teach you? If you believe that there are some sacred scriptures, for example, the Bible, the Torah, whatever, the Quran, whatever, what are you expecting from the Quran to teach you? An answer. What are you expecting from the Quran to teach you? Don't jump into the package external to you, which is you have to do certain rituals, you have to obey the commandments, but that's nothing to do with me. It is the external thing. As a human being, as a conscious human being, what am I going to do with my own humanity? How am I going to use my human qualities? How am I going to benefit from them, utilize them? How? So, let's see. In any religious community, not necessarily certain followers of a certain religious tradition, no, in any religious tradition, what do we see? If it is distracting your attention, we can close the door. Read the literature, listen to the advocates of a certain religious people. They say, first, be a member of the community and help your community. Look, do certain activities, actions. All of them are external. Have you ever seen a group of people who say, let's read the Quran in order to understand who we are? Have you ever seen any group, any organization? I myself, why am I like that as I am? Let's read the Quran from this perspective and get some guidance from it without jumping into what to do, what not to do. Now, of course, this is a black and white description, but there are some other people, because human consciousness questions human consciousness. You cannot stop it. And so as long as you exist, you question. They knew that we have certain tendencies, but not the purpose of the existence of these tendencies. But we have certain tendencies. If we follow these tendencies, we are happy. If you reject and do something against these human tendencies, we are unhappy. So they say, okay, we found the way now. What is the way? Way out. Okay, follow your feelings and do it. Do it whatever the feelings urge you to do. And follow your feelings, to avoid it, whatever your feelings urge you to avoid it. Right? For example, they say, don't break anybody's heart. Why? When you break anybody's heart, do you feel comfortable? No. I said, don't do it. That's it. You understand? That's how we are going to utilize our human senses. But if you notice, they never question the purpose of all these human qualities, all these qualities. Why are they there? Am I going to entertain my life, my being in this world by doing whatever my senses say this is good to do and this is bad not to do? So I will do it and I will feel comfortable in this world. Do you think that all these qualities are given to us in order to be used only this much in this world, and there is no purpose? Daily whims, daily fancies, fancies maybe not a word. Daily whims, I have to satisfy myself. How? By doing whatever my senses, human senses, tell me to do, I will do it. But they don't question the reason of existence of these qualities. Where did I get them from? What are the reasons of existence? What are the reasons of existence of these qualities? Am I really expected to act according to my human tendencies with no purpose? Just do it and enjoy yourself. Again, comes back to or boils down to enjoy yourself. Satisfy your being. Now we have to understand all this. So this is a very prevalent attitude, either by obeying human qualities and entertaining ourselves accordingly, again, entertainment, because I don't want to hurt myself. Because my feelings, which is called conscience, human, whatever we have, they call it conscience. We know that whether we are doing something right or wrong. And if we do something right, we are happy. If we do something wrong, according to our own understandings, we are unhappy. So let's do it, whatever is required from my human senses, and be happy. Again, happiness in this world without thinking of the purpose of existence. Whatever the source is, without why am I in this position? Or some people say, no, this human feelings are just the results of the effect of certain cultural background. Forget about them. Just be, they call it selfish people. Individualist, selfish individualist people. Enjoy your life. Get whatever you want and forget about the rest. Forget about the rest. Just look for your own satisfaction. What are they? Well, because they don't really see themselves as human beings. They see themselves as bodies, animate beings. So what the animate being is based on what? They are actually, we have to be very careful. These people are worse than animals. At least, but this category of people, worse than animals, because it is every animal, a dog, a cat, that's what we are familiar with more, or the birds. They are not selfish, but they eat. Yes, they drink, and they do their whatever instinct they have. Or a dog defends their owners. Cat does certain things. Yeah, we know that. But these people say, no, be selfish. Satisfy yourself only. I am not finger pointing to a certain category of people here, and these people in this civilization, Western civilization, Eastern civilization. No, it is a human attitude. We have to question for ourselves, am I doing the same thing? You have an argument with your friend. Do you feel happy? I don't. I don't. I mean, fight. I don't feel happy. So why should I not get along with my friends nicely? That's it. Enjoy your life. Don't put yourself into trouble. But the messengers come here not to teach any of this. More fundamental. The purpose of your existence. So we have to look for a messenger Come on, tell me, what is the purpose of the existence of mind? This quality, that quality, another quality, what am I going to do with them? Why are they there? We are conscious beings, we question, but we need guidance how to really make most of them. It means how to really benefit from these human qualities in order to fulfill the purpose of my existence. Okay, another question. Unbelieving people, those people who don't pay attention to belief in God or any prophethood, we have discussed them. We have analyzed what they are, how they are living in this world, and majority, the worldwide trend in the among the humanity is to entertain yourself, just take care of your own pleasures. Now, make everything most of benefit for yourself. But some people think that they are religious. They believe in God. They are not really so much selfish. They take care of the environment or their neighbors, friends, and their relationship with others. Still, the prophet comes and concentrates and teaches you what is the purpose of your existence. Right? To say that I am created by God and that's it, I worship God. What do you mean? Like a package, which is called religion there. Or no, but not really religion, but culture, which is tainted with the color of religion. So, I believe in a certain religion. I follow the commandments or requirements of this religion. I can ask you this question: who read any scripture or any narrations from the prophet in order to understand the purpose of his existence? Don't jump into certain categorical language which says to worship God. Why? For example, do certain things. Look, worship God, do certain things. But if you really carefully read the Quran, especially the Quran, it doesn't really jump into doing certain things. It is all analysis of human psychology. Have you ever seen, I'm really asking this question in order to point out the severity of this neglect in the community. Have you ever seen anybody or any group of people in a book which concentrates on, I'm going to study the Quran or the verses of the Quran or the narrations from the Prophet just to understand the purpose of my existence? Have you? See? Have you? Very, extremely rare. It's a very dramatic situation. That's why people who claim to believe, who claim not to believe, their excuses, their explanations are on the surface very superficial. Now, when we concentrate on the necessity of the messengership in the following passages, what we will do, we will try to understand whether we need a messengership, a messenger, employed by my Creator to teach me how to develop my understanding of the purpose of my existence. If you look for only the results, explanations of the results of this purpose of existence, and try to see it and understand the messengership, what happens? The people say, look, I don't need the prophet to guide me. I know from my own inner self what is right, what is wrong. It means what I can do hurts me, what I may do which pleases me. Do you understand the difference? Not necessarily what is the purpose of this setting. All human qualities and the existence of all human qualities. That's why I need the prophet. I need guidance from the one who created me with these qualities. Even the nature did it. Nature gave me all these qualities, and if these qualities are so meaningful, so perfect, nature must provide me with the explanation of the purpose of my existence, the purpose of existence of my human qualities. Because it's so clever, it made me like this, right? Must explain to me as well. But as far as my human qualities are concerned, which means my consciousness is concerned, my consciousness asks, why am I in this position? And I don't know. I found myself in this position. Either I'm made by a conscious being, creator, God, or by itself, nature, accident, whatever. But I am asking these questions. What is the purpose of the existence of all these numerous, very complicated, very finely tuned human qualities? Working in harmony, making a perfect human being. That's it. We have to wait. We have to have this question in order to understand the necessity of messengership. But what are we going to expect from the messenger to teach me? Or what am I going to expect from the scripture that the messenger comes with? This is the direction, this is the constitution sent by the Creator for you. For what? What are you going to do with this constitution? What are you going to do with this constitution? What are you expecting from it? So we have to be careful about this point. This is a little bit not very common. Is it common? This analysis that we made, is it common among the believers, Muslims, Jews, and Christians? I don't think so. That's why it is a little bit difficult to grasp it, because we never think that the essence of religion, essence of the revelation, essence of our existence is based on this. We never think that. We follow religion really in the flow of culture. I think we have to make this point clear for ourselves, not to judge other people, for ourselves first.
Doctor, what I understood from today is that without a teacher, prophet, messenger, without them, you are just stuck with human feelings alone. So if it feels good, I'm going to do it. If it feels bad, I'm going to avoid it. but that's not good enough. Is that correct?
You started just from the opposite direction of the argument, without the prophet. No. I have the human being feelings, okay? And my consciousness urges me to concentrate on the purpose of their existence. And I know them, I know that they exist, but I don't know the purpose of their existence. What am I going to do with them? Just only act according to the requirements of the feelings, this is good too, this is not good for you, because it hurts you. So why would you hurt yourself? By harming other people, do you feel happy? It's obvious. So why do you harm other people? Be kind to them, smile at everybody. That's it. That's how am I going to use it. But when you say, what is the purpose of existence of this sense? I find myself with this quality. So I don't know. Not only use it on daily basis and die and disappear. I don't know. I need guidance. That is why I expect from the Creator to attract my attention. Falling. I expect to provide straight, I think, right? This stretch. Yeah. It is normal. Just make stretch. Well, don't be very comfortable. Then you fall asleep. Yeah. And I really don't know. But I have the ability to question, to reason. I need guidance from the Creator. That is why I need the messengership, all right? Not because there is a messenger is going to teach me this. No, I have to start from my own reality. The reasoning must be from my own experience, the line of reasoning. When we usually use it the other way around, then we miss the point.
How do we differentiate between observing our reality and understanding our universe and our Creator, using our observations to understand our Creator, and then using tools like scripture or prophethood to understand the purpose of our existence? To me, these concepts, I haven't yet separated the two. That I think what you're saying, both last Saturday and today, is that there's a very specific purpose to the messenger and the scripture, and it is to understand the purpose of our existence. Maybe I'm just not quite caught up yet. That it seems to me purpose of our existence and understanding the nature of our Creator are very intertwined, and I can't quite separate out the two of them.
Now, which one comes first? Since you are aware of this difference between the purpose of the existence and understanding the Creator through using them, which one comes first?
Understanding our universe and our Creator.
Sorry?
Understanding the Creator, I would think. Yeah?
No, I don't agree. Now,
don't our observations come first? Our
no.
Observations of the universe?
First, you find yourself with your qualities, okay, human qualities. So you have an, if you like, although it is not the right word, automatic way of questioning their existence. You cannot avoid it. But you can avoid it by choosing not to pay attention to it. But if you are comfortable, as the author says, is don't really follow your whims, your fancies. Be comfortable and ask yourself, what are they for? Because you can ask. You don't have to have any religious background, any pre-existing belief. You don't have to ask. Sorry, you don't have to have. But use yourself freely. Don't you question the reason of existence of anything? That is the ability that we are given. We question the reason of existence of my own being. So what we do, first, we have to use our human qualities within ourselves. Be careful. Without going or referring to an external source. Religion says so. Some people say God exists. Some people say we have to follow the message and the message bearers, messengers. No, within yourself. Be honest, be consistent within yourself. And ask. Don't you ask them, why am I in this world? Why do I have all these qualities? Where did I get them? For what purpose they are given to me? What am I going to do with them? I have a free will. How can I operate my free will while I am using them, while I am utilizing them? How can I do that? Don't you ask these questions within yourself? When you ask these questions, when you have this consideration within yourself, you will automatically end up feeling the need for a guidance. Well, a very simple stage is this. Whether it is given to me by a conscious creator or by a, nature is dumb, isn't it? Dumb nature, accidentally. Whoever provided it for me, since this source has given me the ability to question it, this source must provide the answers for me. Do you understand that? So ask the nature to tell you why it has developed you, evolved you in the form that you are, and given you the ability to question the purpose of their existence. And get the answer. If you can. Do you understand? Do you get the point? So starting point is very important, as was the same case with the previous question. The reasoning, the line of reasoning is extremely important. If we use some pre-existing concepts, which themselves need to be proven, right? For example, we need, the prophets are going to teach us, so prophets are there, why shouldn't we listen to them? How do you know that they are prophets? Why do you need the prophets? Because we are here, I don't see anything around me. I am a human being, and here I am, and the prophet, or nothing here. Even the Quran, I hear that some people follow some certain scriptures. So, as far as I am concerned, I don't know. It is not my concern.
So how do you take that? I understand. Thank you.
Yeah.
That helps me understand.
Yeah.
How do you take that line of thinking?
Mm-hmm.
That the prophets, the scripture provide guidance to help us answer these questions, and at the same time recognizing that I can't observe them now. So I'm observing lessons, ideas, concepts, etc. That can be attributed to many things. I can find lessons that could teach me about the meaning of my existence in many things, historically and not historically.
No, what are we said? I never said that the scriptures teach us what the purpose of our existence is. What we have been doing here again, that which is not very common. That's why it is difficult to register it. I need a guidance. From where? From the source of the existence of my human qualities. Whatever it is. It must provide me with the information, with the guidance, which will tell me now. What happens now? When you say this, if there is an offer to you, for example, you hear Torah teaches you your purpose of existence. This book, this philosophy or ethical book teaches you your purpose of existence. Now, okay, bring it. Let me listen. Whether their teaching satisfies me or not, not limitation. Their teaching satisfies me or not. How? According to my own reality. Does it really conform my human qualities or not? Let me see whether it makes sense to me, that it sounds consistent with my own being, then it makes sense and I confirm it, and I call this source a scripture. No, not take the scripture. No, we don't know. So the one who represents this scripture must be the one who is this scripture message, guidance, the message bearer. Employed by whom? Don't jump, by God. Employed by the one who gave me all these human qualities and gave me existence with these human qualities, whatever the source is. So when you really think about it, the source of your human qualities cannot be the matter itself. It's very easy to understand. But if you follow this way of reasoning or this line of reasoning, inshallah, I will never get tired of emphasizing on the importance of reasoning, basing it from our own practical, if you like, I will call it physical, as I exist, experience, and follow from there. Never bring anything from outside. Everything must spring from my internal existence, internal world. Whatever I am, go home, go to your room, and think your own being. Without saying that religion says so, some people say so. No, nothing. Why am I here? Very simple. What am I going to do with this with senses? Because I have free will to choose. I'm choosing which way I should use. For what purpose I should use them? How can I explain the reason in their existence? Because I am asking the reason of their existence. How can I get it? When you start from there, other scriptures say something, claim something to be divine, but Quran doesn't claim that it is only a divine source. It claims something more. by using, now what is extra? By using your human qualities, which it calls reasoning, aql, intellect, tafakkur, tafahum, all this kind of human consciousness, your heart, it means representative of your feelings. Read to me, right? I am a divine source, but read to me with your human qualities. Use your very simple language, reasoning. Whether what I say makes sense to you or not. It means whether you will find it consistent within your own being. I am the one who made it. And I challenge you, you will find it consistent with your own being. That's what the Quran challenges. None of the other sources can do that. Why? Because the other sources say, I am a divine being, follow me. It means imitate me. Do you understand? Yeah. But the Quran says, I am a divine source, divine thing, divine guidance, but don't follow me blindly. Use your human realities. Analyze me. Question. See the congruence between what I say and what you are. Because I am your maker. Do you understand? So this is, to me, unique.
We can apply that
to the Quran.
To this class, can we not?
Sorry?
We can apply that line of thinking to this class.
Mm-hmm.
We all have needs, human needs,
Mm-hmm.
and we've been given human qualities,
Mm-hmm.
reasoning, intellect.
Whatever, yeah, all these
and we
qualities.
come here,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully we've made an offer, and we take this offer, and hopefully we leave everything else at the door, all the culture, all the this and the that, and we try to assess this, the words you say, the slides, using only our human qualities,
Mm-hmm.
our reasoning, our intellect. And it seems, it conforms with my understanding of my reality.
Yeah, well, I agree for myself. Yeah.
I'm using this as an example. Right?
Yeah.
So other people will have other examples. But we in this class, right, we come and we apply our human qualities and we reflect, and it conforms with our human qualities. You're not taking claim, you aren't taking claim, this isn't taking claim that you're the creator, but it's still, everything that is being said conforms with our human qualities. Does that then make it a form of scripture, a form of truth that has alignment with our own abilities we've been given to understand, to have the capacity to.
So what in this class, what we do, I learned it from the Quran. It satisfied me. I'm sharing with you. Now, even on Wednesdays, what we do, we study the verses of the Quran. Have we ever said any word? For years and years, we have been doing this. Okay, this class has been going on, whether you don't know, or maybe this is the 8th year in this institution. So, have you ever heard me saying, example, I'm not taking a credit for myself, as an example, saying that because Quran says so, it must be so? Why?
You say the exact opposite of that.
Sorry?
You always say the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Never take something as true simply because it claims to be true.
Yeah. So what you have to do, just as you said, opposite of what is said here. What the Quran claims here, because I prefer Quran to study the Quran, because Quran has two qualities. One says I am divine. The other says use your humanity to judge me. I understand this? That's a very important thing. So because it doesn't claim that I have to follow it. Like, for example, in the very traditional Christian attitude or theology, you have to have faith and follow it. Right? The Quran says, no, no, no. You have to use your reason and confirm it and follow it if you confirm. That's a very essential difference. It means the final point of reference is me. Of course, it should be. How can I confirm or reject something because of something out of me? It's a limitation, because most of the arguments based on rejection of the prophets and the messages as it is presented in the Quran, which makes sense, represents the truth, says those people who are opponents of the messengers said, we have not heard this, what you say, from our ancestors. We have not found that in our traditional culture, ancestral culture. We have not found it. What you are saying. And their reason to reject the message of the prophets is based on what? External source. My ancestors never told about this. That's external. But the Quran says, don't you have your own reason? It's very simple. Use yourself. It's very simple, very essential. It is amazing. That's why we prefer the Quran to study. When we study the Quran, what we do, let's see whether it will make sense to me or not. It means I will be able to confirm it or not. For me, it is a very radical change in the flow of religious knowledge or religious tradition or the education, religious education tradition, even within Islamic world. So we have to be, that's why it is difficult for me to read more than a paragraph, a few sentences a week, because we are not used to. Just opposite of what we are used to. Not necessarily that there's something else. No, no. First, we have to unlearn what we have learned, take a stand. The second, try to proceed. Try to proceed in the new way of reasoning, in the new way of explaining whatever you want to be aware of. It is very difficult without going out of yourself. It looks like as if a humanitarian attitude. I don't think so, because we discussed what the humanitarian attitude is based on. It is completely irrelevant. But I am the first witness, right, to the truth. Is there any other way that I can find a witness by not starting from myself? Now, the Quran says, Your creator is the witness. How I should read this sentence? Yeah, your creator is the witness. God witnesses the truthfulness of this and this. The Quran says this. It means your creator. What we should understand from it? My creator is the witness. It means he has given me the ability to understand it within my own existence. So I have to find it out within me. Not externally, within me. Again. Which is amazing. It's very consistent. And I'm excited about it. Okay. Anyone else? Would you like? It's already the time. Oh, man. We have studied on how many principles before listening to the opposite ideas. We have to pay attention to not assuming the attitude of intentional opposition. That's one. The second one is not really listening to our whims and fancies that we discussed today, whims and fancies. It's a very complicated subject. How can I really not, as the text says, lend an ear to my whims? What are they? It is very complicated. But I'm hoping that today's discussion may sound repetitive or something, but established something there that, oh yeah, I may really follow my whims, and even in the name of religion. My whims, my fancies. Because we make religion into fancy, yeah? But it is a cultural thing, makes you feel very comfortable. When I'm doing my religious duty, that's it. What else do you want me? Do you want from me? Yeah, what do you want? I'm not eating the bacon, I'm not drinking alcohol, I'm not stealing, yet I'm eating halal food, and I'm performing my prayers and fasting. But that's it, I'm perfect. What the Quran is teaching essentially is not based on any of this at all. These are the results that after going through certain stages, you say, yeah, I have to take notice of my free will and how I choose, etc., etc. Now, that is the very essential point, not to follow our own whims, our own caprices, and even the fancies that we develop from the culture, in both stages, as a person who believes in God, or as a person who doesn't believe in God. Doesn't matter, the same thing. Equally true. We may say, those people who believe in God is better off than the others. Methodologically, there is no difference. I don't know why people believe in something or don't believe in something. I don't know. I don't know about people. But methodologically, we should not follow our whims. It means external to our human qualities, made up artificial reasonings, either in the name of religion or in the name of humanitarianism or in the name of materialism. It means the matter itself exists and nothing else. Doesn't matter. But they are external. Thank you very much. So, next week, the Saturday morning discussion will be in Woodhaven. And good news is, not at 10 o'clock, 11. Because I personally need time to travel. So since I'm not going to travel, I give my hour to you. So inshallah, starting from next week until the end of the winter break, we will have Saturday discussions with Haven. I will give you the direction and every information. Most of you know. and it will start at 11 and at 12:30. Thank you very much. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. Yeah.